Hello everyone, and this is Bloba coming at you with another Let's Play of MMORPG Tycoon 2. So our bears here is the biggest thing I've changed, and what I had actually ended up changing about the bears was they were slow. I moved them up to 8 speed like everybody else. Let's turn this music down a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how loud that was for you guys, but that was really, really loud for me. Sorry if I deafened anyone there, but yeah, we buffed the bear speed to 8. So they can be on par with most of the players. Um, so here's our starting town. It's still doing fine, and now we're going to be moving into this direction. But first, we need to go to our subscribers, show only favorites. Do I remember at all who was a berserker? I don't think so. Alright, well, Moontude, you're about to get renamed. This is Tanarg. Um, this was requested by a YouTube commenter by the name of SlothyG. He requested it be named after someone in the game, be named Tanarg, and I asked him how does he feel about, having a berserker named Tanarg, and he said that works. So, have you given out any quests yet? A few? Let's compare it to you. How many quests have you given? A lot. So we're gonna... And after you do every single thing else that he has to offer, I'm going to make sure you know about this guy. Um, just simply speak with Barmore, because this is also going to be a very small XP dump with very little in the way of gold. We're going to send you guys over there just so I know people will find this guy if they do everything else. They can't find him any other way. Also, I want to change the price of services. The blacksmith, we're going to charge you 20 gold for a weapon upgrade. The potion shop, we're going to charge you 10 gold for a potion. And then the tavern, we're going to charge you a very simple 1 gold to use the tavern. Taverns are going to be relatively cheap all around. This is the tavern and not the inn, correct? Yep. Right, we're going to sync that across anywhere that we make for this first zone at least. And loot gives you 10 gold per kill, remember. So 2 kills would give you a weapon. 1 kill would give you 10 visits to the tavern, and 1 kill would give you a potion. Then we also have various quests that will help you out as well. Like this guy is going to give you 10 gold, plus killing a walrus will give you 10 gold. That'll be enough to earn you a weapon. And then if you've done this quest down here, you're going to earn another 10 gold, which will be enough to buy you a potion. So, and then down here, if you really need more gold, I believe this guy gives you quite a bit. Yeah, 10 gold for killing a bear, and then 20 gold for killing Iron Tooth. Okay, so with all that being sorted, we're going to get started over here. I'm probably going to delete some of these scenery items, because we're going to have to clear this area out, and I'm going to build a cave over here. Terrain, we're going to use icy. We're going to delete most of the scenery items from the icy terrain as well, but I want to make a special little cave area, and I'm going to go ahead and buy this region, even though it might be a little bit expensive. This region will not be a level 1 region. We will turn this region to a level 2 region for now. And the reason I did that is because I really want to make a path that goes through here. I guess we can do it like this. I was kind of wanting to do it a little bit of a different spot, but I guess that works well enough. And now I want to build a cave. I've seen some people build caves before, and I am pretty sure it is very difficult to do. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. This is going to be our first attempt, so I guarantee it's not going to be pretty. That's too big. We're going to want you a little bit down. About yay big. It's probably good to put some rocks down here just to help fill in the blanks to make it look like nothing's floating. We will probably put place on objects. No, we're not going to put place on objects. That's going to be our basic idea of an entrance. We have a lot of money, and this is not super expensive, so I'm not ridiculously worried. I'm going to pump you up. Have you go in through here. This is going to form the basis for our cave wall. Just want to make sure we're coming around from here as well to have this all nice and lined up. So there's the baseline for our cave. Now, we're going to need place on objects for this. This is going to sort of form our roof. And I kind of want the cave to go up as you go into it, like the roof rises. Kind of like that. I'll probably put some more snowy rocks on after I get the base of the cave done. Oh, we got to upgrade. Myths and legends. Because I want to have, you know, cool lore for the players, like I already said before. This is definitely going both better than I thought, and maybe not quite as good as I imagined. Like, I had imagined it looking better than this, but I thought I was going to perform worse than this. So I'm kind of happy with it, honestly. I'm not normally good with my putting my imagination to work for me. Also, maybe I'm being a little bit hard on myself because the cave is still in such an early stage. I haven't done much touching up on it I want to do yet either. So, you know what they say, like, work of art looks great when it's, in its early conceptual stages like this. Alright, so for this, we're going to have to do a little bit of fancy work. Translate, rotate. Do it like that, and then see how that looks from the outside. Looks fine. Do it again over here. Max the size out, obviously. There we go. We do have some slight issues up here, but we might get to that whenever we come around with the second pass for the snowy rocks. So the idea is we're going to have a quest line that takes you into this cave system, and then this cave system will hopefully and ideally continue into the next zone. And my idea was to get like one super cave for an entire zone, and this is like the start to it. And we'll see whether or not I decide to continue through with that based on how much work this ends up taking. That's pretty good. So we have like some ice crystals and stuff that we're gonna probably want to place in there as well. And then I'm gonna want to place walls. Probably not you. Again, if I like place these guys, they probably work good as walls. How do you work as a wall, friend? Hmm. It's not quite what I wanted from a wall. Maybe we'll use the things we were using outside because they worked for walls outside. Oh, I gotta delete you. You know, these things seem to work good enough outside, so might as well use them indoors as well. We're gonna start here and then go like this. And come down from here. Have this continue on a little bit. Put something on top of them. And maybe really big rocks on top of them. Maybe even just these rocks up here. Will more or less do the trick, I think. It's gonna be a lot harder now that I'm actually in the cave to get these to fit right. So maybe in the future, I should build the cave and then put the roof on top. There we go. Just one little passageway. Bring the road on through. Oh, I have some more walls over here. Another upgrade. We're going to keep pumping it into fluff, as I said before. And then we'll have another wall that's in this direction. It comes like this. It goes down like that. It makes a nice little hop in there. And also just for the sake of making it look a little bit more closed off rather than like a massive open cave, we're going to do a wall right there. This will be its own section. This will be a section. Close that off because there's a little gap. Now I want this place to be dangerous, but I don't want it to be like, oh, you literally can't walk on the road levels of dangerous, because players will need to pass through here. To get to the next zone. I was losing my rocks there for a moment. couldn't quite see where they were going. So if we go in here, then I can come up from under like this. Yeah, that makes things fit a little bit smoother. You want this to be all filled in. Just for the aesthetic. That looks fine to me. Alright, we have built the absolute basics of a cave system, and it only took me like half the episode. This entire zone being built as a cave might take me like 3 years. Alright, now there's also going to be some stuff that goes on over here, so I want to leave some room for that, but I'm not sure if I'm going to have it come from this cave or from this area. Right now, though, I do want to go back and place another nice little graveyard right here, just in case the players die over here. They don't have to respawn all the way back at base. That being said, we're going to let a little bit of stuff play through because we basically have to. We're running low money. Once again, we're going to have a nice little inn over here. What was that? Oh, Tanog bought a new weapon. Good for you, Tanog. You know how to play the game. This place is going to have a little bit more going on than the other one. It's going to be more like a mining town. And then we are indeed going to have a smith here. A spooky smith. Have a warlock smith down here at the end of the road. And then maybe like a little market stall over here. It's kind of just selling mining equipment. I kind of want that to be the vibe for that place. And then we're going to throw down a couple more buildings. Once again, this is supposed to be a relatively small area. Might have a little thing going out to a... Yeah, we'll probably have like a little thing going out to a graveyard over there. Boom, boom, boom. And have a little graveyard up here. Gonna have a warrior just kind of chilling over here at this market stall, and also taking some inspiration from that one playthrough. I'm gonna place down just some various vendors here. I just kind of want like it to look like it's populated by people. Alright, everything's bustling that way. We will need to build some walls around not only this town, which is what I'm doing right now, but we're going to need to build some walls around the other place as well. This is a little bit too big of a wall. I want it to be a little bit more tight. Like this. Yeah. There we go. Come out like that. Make this place look a little bit more like a proper village. And they will have their own little watchtower. In both directions. And they'll be manned by your stereotypical warriors here. Which will also act as guards that will help direct the players where they need to go if they get lost. So these houses. Alright, so you need to be worked on. I'm kind of fine with the other ones. I might change them. But we're going to take that off of you. And then we're going to put a door right here under the balcony. That looks kind of cool. Yep, and I think I'm happy with the rest of these houses for the most part, for now anyways. Time to get to placing some more scenery items. We do have more trees that are off in this direction, so I'm going to kind of forest this area in. These guys have not been so much into the deforestation as the other guys because they're into mining. So it's going to have more of a forest vibe to it. The trees here are generally bigger and just more well grown because of this place being just like an older part. And I'm thinking that there might be a path that kind of leads off into somewhere over there, like into that area, but I'm still not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Oops, looks like I missed another upgrade. Once again, we're going to keep pumping fluff until we get about like 21 probably. Then we're going to throw down a few rocks. And then we're going to have like a rock formation like around the graveyard. That looks kind of cool. Make some tinier rocks that just kind of get strewn about. Put them in here to help fill the gaps. And then I think that's probably going to be enough there. Probably start decorating the cave relatively soon. But while we're here, I wanted to host another quest off the beaten path. It's gonna be like a little camp set up, maybe like right into here, into the woods here. More like a little secret, a hidden objective. Once again, that one playthrough inspired this as well. But I have been dying to try this out in one of my own games because ever since I saw it in his game. Which is I want to have a little NPC who is just out here in the off the beaten path, if you will, who has a special quest for you if you find them. And they have like set themselves up a nice little camp here. They don't have a whole lot going on, but they do have some supplies. Once again, like I said, not a ton of supplies, but they do have some stuff that they keep with them. And then maybe like a small barrel for like water or such. And then for this NPC, we're going to need to put down an elite. It's going to be a humongous walrus that lives right down here by the water. And that's going to be there's going to be a little quest line that you can go do. This guy is going to be a human barbarian model, and he's probably going to be a reoccurring character. So we're going to have him give you a very simple quest, which is going to be called Monster Hunt Part 1. He will have you do a variety of monster hunting quests that will give you bonus XP and money spread throughout different regions. He's going to be kind of like a reoccurring character where you have to fight like these like big elite enemies if you can find him hidden off the beaten path like he is. So with that being said, I think it's about time we get to moving on towards the cave. And maybe some NPCs over here who will direct you to the cave. Actually, before we move on to the cave, there is some more stuff I want to put in here. Put like a little wagon out by this guy's tent. Put a little signpost right here to let people know where they're going. Put a few of these things down to light your way, because it's important to see where you're going. Put a few on some street corners. Just kind of generally spaced out between this little village here. For this merchant, I wanted to add a little bit more to him because, like I said, I wanted him to kind of look like he has like a little mining shop. He sells you stuff for mining, so he has like a bunch of equipment in the back. And heck, even we'll put some rope and stuff in here. Where is the rope? There it is. That's the rope I sent. Yeah, it's like, dude, you need a rope, you need mining gear, whatever you need, I'm your guy. I'll also buy ores and stuff that you can farm in the mines. Put a little bit of stuff out back behind the blacksmith. Kind of help with the vibe of this place being more lived in. Put some stuff over by this tavern. And I am up to suggestions for what you guys want to do. If you guys have any suggestions for stuff you would like to see placed in certain places, I am willing to hear that. Alright, now if you would excuse me for a moment, I'm going to have to go away from my keyboard very shortly. Alright everyone, I am back, and we can get started again. Now we're going to unpause the game once more, and I'm going to utilize this trick here that will allow me to hopefully without dipping into, well, I can patch it, that's fine. To my rock formations here. I want to block off these rock formations so that they cannot be accessed by anyone. Don't want anybody like running through the walls here. Stuff on untraversable terrain. Untraversable terrain, I don't really mind as much. Players usually don't go onto that type of stuff, I don't think. Should be pretty good. And then I'm just going to come over here with some more rocks and cover it on up. Try to make it a little bit more elegant than that. Speaking of covering up, we have a bunch of work to do in here. Just make some really big rocks, put it all along this pathway here. And then I think we're good. Somebody has kited a walrus into the middle of the ocean. Now he's just chilling. Alright. How is the player death ratio looking on this? Virtually no one dies here. How about you? Literally no one has died here. Alright, how is your quest going now? You've given out many quests. So I want to gather up how much XP we have. You have 100. There's a walrus in the middle of town. You have 300. 200. So we have 700 in total. Not going to count the extra sacrifice over here. We have a little over 1,000. which is not a lot. Um, we'll see about what we have over here. We have like 1,100 right now. And then I will readjust the XP as needed and potentially add new quests as needed as well. I'm more on the side of adding more quests rather than giving more XP for existing quests though. Alright, now that we have this place dealt with, I'm going to begin work on a new monster. It is probably going to be spiders eventually. Maybe even right now. But that's not going to be the main threat of the song. Not going to be kobolds either. I want to make sure they don't already have what I'm looking for. I don't think they do. And I'm going to try to make some kind of a goblin. What would be a good goblin head? That's not a goblin, but that might be better than a goblin. I might like this. Might make like some ant type people. And we can take the hat off. Unless they have antennas. They do. Okay, I was gonna put goblins in here, but I think I've changed my mind. I'm gonna put ant-men. I would like to adjust the head way up so that I can get a better look at the torso. No tail, no arms, no legs. I just want a torso right now. Torso is going to be maxed out size. Not quite. These ant-men are probably going to be smaller than normal. So what kind of bodies do we have here that might work? That's like a tree body, I think. I think maybe this body might look kind of good. Move the head down to match it. Move it forward. Stance. Please don't run. Idle. Like your stance to be idle while I do this work. This body doesn't really work. Maybe. We'll see how it looks with tail. I mean, arms. These are not the arms we're using. I'm just kind of trying to get a vibe. Okay, all the arms are like all messed up. Like none of them really like what I've done. Ooh, those are pretty cool. Keep that in mind. These like Lego. Those are like spider, claws. We'll give them like the praying mantis style arms. We have to adjust it a little bit. Put it out to the side some more. Drop it down some. I think that's about perfect. Is our torso still scaled up? Okay, there. We want to scale you up a little bit. Because it looks a little bit strange. Being so small. Once again, we need to adjust you down some. What were you at? -1, -1. That's looking more or less good. Now for the legs. What kind of legs do we want? Ooh, that looks pretty good. These aren't even ants anymore, but I was thinking they were going to be like ant type people, but that's not even what we're doing anymore, is it? This is just my own thing now, which is fine. I need to scale the arms down slightly. I think we might need a torso. That's a pretty good torso. And then we bring the arms in more because now they're a little bit too far out. My strange spider legs are just not working. Reduce the scale and move them up. What if we move the head up as well? What did we scale you to? 6? Not forward. Up. So up 0.1. And to scale about 6. We really need to scale the head down. The head is slightly ajar, it would seem. That's about right. Up a little bit more. And my legs, my creepy spider legs. Pretty much works. So you are forward 1, scale 1, alright. You need to be a little bit closer. I want to move both of these back a little bit, down a little bit. Same with you. Back a little bit. Down, no, not up, down a little bit. Still need to move you back some more, I think. So we have 0 on all you. You have 0 into the negative slightly. And the other one. Alright, there we go. Now what color do we want these strange abominations to be? I think they'll be blue. And I want their eyes to be red. These little bands on them will be black. Their mandibles, or their little claws there, they're white, that's fine. That's not relevant, I don't think. Not relevant. Not relevant. This is what color like their mouth is. I think, there we go, we have made quite something. Spider legs in the back don't quite fit in, so we're gonna go ahead and try to fix that. Hopefully it doesn't mess them from the front too much. What do they look like when they run? No, we don't want them to run like that. They look a little goofy when they run, but I think it's more or less all right here. No, I'll be right back. You have the name Formica. This is a type of ant. Like there are, various different genuses of ant, but this is a particular type of ant. These are going to be a little bit fast. Formica workers. And then we might have like a various like soldier and then like a boss that's like a queen. As a worker, they're not gonna have any base stats, and their base health is going to be very low, probably about 7. It's kind of a very simple bite attack. Bite. Target. It's going to be an incredibly basic ability. That we're honestly going to be using on quite a few. Of our different creatures. So we don't have a damage of 1.5. It's going to be a very basic attack, damage of 1. And then we will make a prefab, because like I said, we're going to have a lot of creatures that just have a generic bite. Where they're not going to have like a weird web ability. I'll then have like a grab type ability. If I can find something that matches that. Let's see. This is kind of close. Like, like a little claw. I suppose this will probably do. Oh, that kind of looks like the little arms. It's hideous and horrifying. That's going to be a stun. No, it's not going to be a stun. It's going to be a root in place. It only lasts for 2 seconds, and they can do it once every 10 seconds in its melee range. It'll be just grab. And grab target. And that will be their starting abilities. They can grab them and then start chomping on them. Don't want to root them in place for too terribly long, but these guys are not going to be a humongous threat, as you might be able to tell. But as we go on, I think that we're going to have more and more of them that are going to be more and more threatening. We might actually go ahead and save this as a prefab, because I think the other ones will probably have this too. Alright, now it's going to be time to start flushing this place out with some special like crystals and stuff. The whole idea of this place was going to be that it has various gem deposits in it, and that is going to be why it is valuable. That's going to be why people want to come in here and harvest things. And that's why they're willing to deal, or at least try and deal, with the Formica that are present. What even is this? Is this just like a giant sheet of snow? I'm not sure what that is, but it's not relevant to what I'm doing right now, so. Then we're going to have some generic rocks interspersed throughout here as well. We have upgrade. More fluff. Cool little pile of rocks over here. That doesn't go to the roof, does it? Nope, alright, that's good. Then we will come through and put more grizzly reminders that there are going to be some giant ants living in here. But right now, I just want to get this sorted. So that, I thought that might possibly work in here. No, that's fine. Put like a really big one right there. These various crystals will be things that the little Formica like feed on, and we'll have some on the roof too, yeah. Like maybe the Formica like feed on these, or maybe some process that they do creates them. Or whatever it is, they're causing people problems. And a lot of this hasn't actually been mined out because one, the people are relatively new here, and two, they're kind of scared of the Formica. Put some of them back here. What? What just happened? Where'd they go? What? Oh no. Can I not place them in here? Well, hold on. Having some kind of an issue here. Pause the game. Can I place them? Yeah, so I can place people. It's not the issue. Alright, so what if I start out here and then go in here like this? Okay, this is going to be awkward as heck, but it works. Alright, so I can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm coding it with more rather than fewer. I'm going to get in here and we can trim it down. Kind of get it off the road a little bit. Cut everything out here off because we don't want none of that. So they're only in here and that they're not like actually on the road. Like you can more or less pass safely through. Right, there's a bit of them there. I think if we go back here, I'm gonna have turn around. Small little clearing back here where there's gonna be an NPC. Alright, once again, I can't see what I'm doing. But I think that should just about cover it. Having to be, should have really done this before I built the area and roofed it, but alright. Looks like everything's dying now, so I'm gonna need a new uplink. Have you feed directly in there via one of those big cables. And then I want to have one of you that gets fed directly from both, from multiple sources, so that if we ever have another shortage, maybe we'll have a little bit on backup. Hope that fixes it. It's taking a little bit, but it seems like everything's coming back online. Yeah, these guys kind of run all the way back here. We might put like a warrior back there as an elite. So now next is to make a quest giver. You know, actually, we'll use a really big worker as an elite rather than doing a warrior. How about like a super worker? I want these guys to be just all over the dang place. So let's go crowded. I'm gonna have our dwarf friend here. And he is going to order you to go in here and clear these guys out. Um, crystal clear is going to be the title for this. I'm going to get 200 bucks and 200 XP and 15 gold because these crystals are worth a lot to people. And then we're going to come on in here and select this guy who is, what's your name? Claw Ripper sounds fine. Kill Claw Ripper. Very simple. 500 XP and 30 gold. You can kind of tell you're getting into more of an end-game area. That's 1,800 XP total. In this region. And then you will have a quest telling them to go over here. It's like, see the crystal miners. Because now he's like, alright, it's going to be 1,900 XP. It's great, you've done all this stuff over here with the bears. Now go look at what's happening to the miners. These like esoteric crystals that are over there. You know, I think I might increase your XP. No, because everybody else already did your quest for the most part. What I will do is increase the XP on your most recent quest, and that'll put us up to a nice 2,000 XP instead of 1,000. No. 200. We have 2,000 XP total in this region. We have people just lollygagging on the mountains up here. Oh, we have somebody stuck over here with a bug. We need to hire some new people. Devs. We're gonna hire a few new devs and a few game masters. That should last us for a little while. Can we save you? Yes, we saved you. So you're not bugged no more. You got stuck. Are you socializing or are you stuck? I don't want to break your party up, but I'm probably got I guess so you guys can't come up here on this mountain anymore. I don't like people walking through these rocks. Oh well. I can't seem to do that because the rocks are an intraversible terrain. You do give quite a bit of XP if somebody was to find you. But like I said, I don't really want to count that. We will have a quest giver back here. We'll say he's just trapped here. Clear a path. Clear a path. So, alright, please help me get out of here. If you help me get out of here, I'll give you 200, 10 gold and 200 bucks. You just need to clear out a few monsters. No, he won't give you. And then he's like, yeah, that's all the money I have. And then if you do that, then he'll tell you to go on over here to his, this will be like his brother. Just reward. Just rewards. And then you go over here, and this will be another hidden quest that gives you 500 bucks and 500 experience and 20 gold. Because he's like, dude, I need some help getting out of here. And then you free him, and you come over here, and then, so you're going to have to fight quite a bit, but you'll get a good amount of money and a good amount of XP for that. No, well, actually, we can include that in the main quest. So we have about 2,000 right now. And then we have Lost Miner. And then he's not going to give you any money for this, but you will get 200 XP. That'll give us, we'll give you 300 XP to make it easy, and 3,000 XP for this whole zone so far. And this will be before you go to Claw Ripper. You go over here, and that'd be the very first thing you do. Is you go over here, find him, come back, do that, and it's like, hey, just go clear out these other workers, because these workers are being a real problem for us. And then that will handle that. That's 3,000 XP. Or 2,000 short, because we're not going to count you. Pause it real quick. I think that is probably going to be where we call it. We have about 3,000 XP. We need about 2,000 more. And so we'll probably do something about that soon. Oh, before I go, I wanted to do a slight rebalance on the player classes. Let's see, how does people feel about them? You guys are dying in about 14 minutes. You guys are dying in about 5 minutes. And you guys are dying like instantly. So I was going to buff you by making it so that this is a missile range, because you can charm them from a distance. Make it like a 0.5 second cast. Oh, maybe not even that, because that just, you guys seem to be having a pretty rough time. Stone Skin will buff to 50% damage reduction for 2 seconds instead, because the humans seem to be outliving everyone else, the barbarians do. Which doesn't make any sense, just looking at their raw stats, besides the fact that everybody does the same damage, it's just they have higher health, I guess. So maybe we'll try to diversify their damage a little bit. You have 0.5 second cast time. Just 1 damage. This is a DPS of 0.7. This is a DPS of 0.7. And you probably have a DPS of just straight 1, right? Yep, total damage is 1. So everyone else's DPS is slightly lower. Since you have a slight cast timer to yours, we're going to give you a 0.5 damage increase. And then, same to you. A little wary of this, but I'm going to give you a 0.5 damage increase as well. Now you still have, but you're really fast too. Yeah, the shaman now does the most damage with a nice little racial buff of basically getting 50% protection. That should help everything out, but as we level up, I'm sure everyone will get slightly better as we go on as well. We'll have Stolen Strike have a 1-second cast time actually. 1-second cast time, 1-second cooldown. Versus you guys who are 1-second cast time, 2-second cooldown. So everyone's slightly different in the way that their basic attacks work. But they all do a little bit more damage now. And anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. This one was Bloba signing off. Remember, if you want to be named after anyone or have like any ideas you want me to do for your quest, please let me know. And until next time, hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye, God bless, and see you next time. Bye-bye.